Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Hello again, St. Lucia, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. I am Philip Sidney, your host. I'm pretty excited. Why? Our Banana Expo is very close, just a few days away. Friday, to be exact, the 6th of May, on the Constitution Park in Castries, next to the Town Hall. And we, of course, under the theme, Figla Si Sanu Tut. But with me today are two gentlemen who will be involved in the expo. And next to me is Robby Skeete, who is a restaurant owner, and Mr. Patrick Velinor, who is the owner of Vel's Multi-Services Limited. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Great. Robby, why, you know, I know you're a busy man, but I don't know how I got you out of your restaurant today. But today we really want to speak to the use of our local produce for your cuisine in your kitchen, Robby, especially, and of course, Mr. Velinor, for use in your agro-processing value-added products. But in our ministry, we have a tagline called Eat Fresh, St. Lucia's Best. The objective of this is to really to have St. Lucians to consume more of what is grown locally. One, for health reasons, and two, to at least lower our food import bill. We did it a few years ago by introducing our 7-crop project. And 5 of those crops, we were able to reduce our food import bill by 30%. So we can do it. But Robby, tell me something about you and your restaurant, your menu. What percentage of local produce do you use?
100%.
100%. Are you getting what you want? Are you getting the quality?
Well, with me it doesn't matter, because I use every single thing I get was in season, was plentiful, was readily available, you know, and I don't think any local produce could be, you know, tagged as being expensive in the realm of things, you know, considering, you know, the things that people pick up at the supermarkets.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me, because, you know, I use local produce to do something different every single day on my plate.
Wow.
So I'm always using some, you know, whether it be eggplants, whether it be Christophine, whether it be dasheen, breadfruits, you know, carrots, baby carrots, you know, okras, whatever. Every single thing that you see in the market or on the shelf, I use on a daily basis in variations of all of them. So my food does not become monotonous, and people get something different and interesting on their plates every day, you know.
So what, do you go to the local market to purchase your produce?
Yeah, in tandem with having a small farm and growing stuff all around my restaurant, like, you know, sort of like a home garden. Okay. So there's, you know, tomatoes there's eggplants, there's cherry tomatoes, there's all the herbs, every herb you could think of, from Chateau Benny to Tillion, it's right there. But I still go to the market to supplement that. So, but whenever I need, and especially at nights, I always have fresh stuff that to use, you know, for my fine dining menu. But yes, I do go to the market 2-3 times a week, and if I don't go, I send my driver to pick up stuff for me. But my days of actually going to the market is a Friday and a Saturday, every day over the last 35 years.
Wow.
And whenever I'm in town, and anywhere I'm driving by, you know, the whole island is a market to me. Or people flagging me down, or, you know, some guy walking with some stuff on his head. You know, I buy stuff in bulk and I find ways to use it. When I go to the market, more times than not, I don't even need most of the stuff I'm buying. I just give all the people a sale. Okay. But I find a way of utilizing whatever it is that I've bought.
Wow. Vel, you on the other hand, I mean, you're into agro-processing. How much of the local produce you use? Give us an example of an array of value added.
Okay, first of all, the whole process was
the Ministry of Agriculture were issuing plants. They were issuing Latanier and Morby plants. And I capitalized on that, planted it. It took 5 years to get to mature stage. And the whole idea with the Latanier was to make brooms. So I started making the brooms, and after about 7 years, I realized it started bearing seeds. So then I went through a whole process with it, do nutrition analysis. It's like send it to Canada for testing, test it in Trinidad, get approval by the Bureau of Standard, all that. But it just says that Latanier, which was given to me for making brooms, I was able to make brooms and make wine, which is one of my most popular wine right now. Even in doing the nutrition analysis, there are so many benefits from it. Presently, even people have testified that it's working for even their prostate problems. Wow. You know, now even the other Morby, I use the Morby, process the Morby, dry it up, sell it to the supermarket. You know, so many good things about Morby. The benefits of Morby, it helps to build for cholesterol. It cleans the urinary tract. It's like it is said that even on a hot day, a glass of Morby would cool you down. If you have diabetes, so many things about the Morby. And then I still use the Morby itself. I'm making the Morby wine out of it. Now, Latanier, Moringa, so much is being said even about the Moringa. I mean, you hear it on the TV and radio, all the benefits of Moringa. So I then said, okay, let me go into the Moringa. It's another popular drink again. And it's like, just name the drink and I have tried it or I'm selling it.
Wow.
Just name the drink.
Wow. Okay, so let's go into the bananas. The banana industry over the years, you know, have brought, you know, lots of finance to this country, especially to the rural areas. We know when I grew up, of course, was to eat ripe bananas and, of course, green bananas in many ways, in broil and the whole works. So much so, I was trying to get some of the young people to understand. I know growing up, we actually roast ripe banana as a free edife.
Yes.
You know, but let's look at banana because we're going into this banana expo. Robby, tell me, in your restaurant, do you tell us the multi uses of bananas?
You have enough time on the show?
Yeah, I like that one.
I mean, everything that you can do with everything, you know, all the great chefs and frauds, you know, the culinary, you know, history. Anything you can do with a potato, you can do with any of our roots vegetables, or a banana, a green banana, a ripe banana, however you want to use it. So there's a multitude of things you can do with green figs, and I've tried so many of them. And yesterday I tried the easiest one, and people loved it.
Wow!
I boil green figs, and I mash it, and I throw a fish broth water over it as one of my sides. Basic way, and everything that went out alongside it, whether it be the steamed pumpkin, the dumplings, the black beans, whatever else we had, mac and cheese, a little Christopher gratin. Everybody enjoyed everything, but they commented on looking at the green fig. They was like, "What's that? What nastiness is that?" All of them couldn't stop eating it before they went on to the other items on the plates.
Wow! Wow! So
just our basic way we grew up eating it, you know, when it's in a broth and it just mash a little bit or whatever. It's fantastic. You know, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. You can make, you know, so many things with it. You can make chips with it. You can make a pie with it. You can make a souffle with it. You can make salad with it. Use it as a mix of salads, because now instead of just doing green fig salad, I do green fig sweet potato, and green fig and breadfruit and sweet potato. I mix the, you know, the provisions, the same way you do Irish potato salad. Sometimes I use Irish potatoes and green figs, you know, and do variations of it. We've done the nice green fig and saltfish soup. We've done green fig and saltfish, you know, gratin. We've done, you know, so many. I mean, I could go on and on and on, you know. The young man who's going to be doing the demo tomorrow, if I could let the cat out of the bag, he's going to do some green fig gnocchis. And I mean, gnocchis are international, you know, dumpling, you know, for Italian background, whatever. It's kind of a nice, classy dumpling. They normally do it with Irish potatoes, but he's going to do it with green figs. Wow. And it's really nice. I mean, we had a Jamaican guy who used to come to our restaurant. He had it a couple of times, and, you know, he requested it. to be on his plate every day. Because of him, you know, it became popular and everybody. So now I do dumplings on my plates and people love it. We do all different types of dumplings. You know, whether it be black pepper dumplings, herb dumplings, we do green fig dumplings. So, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, and people watching the program could probably say, oh, what about this and what about that and what about that? And probably give you another 30 again. That just, you know, just hasn't come to mind yet. But,
yes.
You know, I mean, it's really a versatile, you know, vegetable, if you want to call it, and fruits. Excuse me.
You see, that takes me back to maybe what propelled myself, of course, via the ministry to go into this Banana Expo. It is because of a statement made by the Prime Minister, and everybody took it out of context, and they bashed him for it. Okay. You know, and I think it was, to me, when it happened, it happened at the right time, because it opened up, you know, the minds of people to say, okay, hey, there are many uses of bananas, like our other crops. What you are saying, in essence, you know, let us consume more of what we grow. That's basically it, you know. So the conversation began, and people the social media went frenzy with it, you know. But on Friday, I know for Independence, the Anglican Church had a go at it, which was pretty good. Okay. But then the ministry, we're taking it to the next level, which is the culinary aspect of it, and of course adding a little more of the agro-processing to it. So you'll see a versatility of the use of green bananas and red. Right.
Well, that's been my you know, what I've been professing throughout my whole career. When I coached the national culinary team in my restaurants, you know, as you know, I also use my restaurant as a school.
Yes.
For the apprenticeship kids. I have one there, two there right now, one upstairs, one downstairs. And I preach to them, you know, let's help take down the import bill. Let's use local produce alone. Let's let everything that's going out on our plate be variations of local things. If you all have any little ideas you want, you know, I'm happy for you to try it and put it on the plates. And you know, that's basically, you know, what you're doing now. I guess it's probably like a broken record listening to me, because I've spoken to you about that numerous times, and you know that's what I'm all about. Just keeping the import bill down, keeping the money in the hands of the farmers and the you know, gentlemen like him, and you know, the meat farmers and the poultry farmers and all that. Keep the money in St. Lucia. Help take down the import bill. You know, it's fantastic that way. Whatever we import should just be the basics.
Definitely.
Along the lines of food, I think we can be so creative if every single local produce that we have, the root vegetables, to the breadfruit, to the fruits that we have, you know, why aren't we, you know, producing soursop juice canned and tamarind juice canned, like, you know, like Puerto Rico and like the big islands. It's about time. I think we have enough product, you know, during when they're in season, just being wasted and going into just the minimum local use. Mangoes falling down by the roadside, making vinegar on the road, and you know.
True. And that's where Vel comes in.
Yeah,
with all these fruits.
That's why I went to the fruit aspect, because I know he's doing a fantastic job with that. You know. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll get him to bring some of his wines. Let me see if I can start pushing them, because you know, there's a gentleman named Ika who has produced a wide variety of rums and vodkas and liquors. You know, Ika.
Yes.
And it's fantastic. It had to take, you know, someone from the outside
to come in,
come in and realize what
the Dashin vodka.
I have it in my restaurant, and I push it.
Exactly.
And people like it. As a matter of fact, you know, I must remember to push it even more, because I think it's what people come down to visit, to experience.
Definitely.
You know, they've had Absolute vodka, they've had Grey Goose, they've had this.
And now they
want to try some Dashin. I tell them that's what gave Usain Bolt his steroids. Dashin,
true, that's true. Very good.
So, you know, I just think St. Lucia in general should be doing a lot more to take down. Even when you walk into the supermarket, you should try to spend your money on, you know, what's local. Buy plantain chips instead of Pringles.
And I'll come to that, we go into a break, because I want to come back to that, because I think, you know, parents are allowing the kids to manipulate them at the supermarket, going in and buying the foreign, you know, fruits.
They themselves like
it.
They
like it too. Anyway, you're watching Agriculture on the Move. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.
One fruit, so many dishes. Demonstrations by chefs Robby and Orlando. One fruit, so many uses. From paper to baskets to facial products and more. Banana Expo 2022, May 6 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Constitution Park. And the launching of the Banana Recipe Book featuring all things made from banana.
Welcome back. You're watching Agriculture on the Move with me, of course, Mr. Patrick Velinor of Vels Multi-Services Limited, and also Robby Skeete, restaurateur. And we are talking about the use of our local produce in St. Lucia. And of course, that is really taking us, putting us in gear for our Banana Expo 2022. Robby, you brought up an interesting point a while ago, and I'll come to Mr. Vel because I want him to tell us a little more about the use of bananas. But one of the things that concerns me a lot is parents go to the supermarkets and they're pushing the trolley, and the kids, you know, maybe it's, we're not doing enough ads on our local television to push our local fruits. Maybe that, so they see a lot of ads being produced of the foreign fruits, and they are based on, mommy, buy this for me, buy an apple for me, buy cherries for me and stuff like this. But then I believe parents should be the one to take the lead in that regard. Why not a banana? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's a hard one to try to sell. You know, people gravitate to red.
Yes.
You know, kids like apples. They want an apple. A banana.
Your mangoes got some red mangoes.
That's something that has to be, start from the school age, where you're inculcating it into their minds that, not just support local, but local happens to also be the healthier choice.
Exactly.
And having a banana a day as opposed to an apple a day is probably a lot healthier, with all the different minerals and all the different benefits of a ripe banana compared to an apple.
Right.
And you can have an apple also, but you should always have the banana. So I think it's something that needs to be inculcated into the kids' minds in school.
Okay.
You have to start those programs and push it and push it and push it. And to continue the ads you're doing on television.
Right.
Get the RD to do some ads. Get the guys that singing. The Denver connection, and them instead of singing raunchy songs alone, do something,
Yeah, I agree.
Do something along the lines of,
do something with Vels, of course. In fact, they're from the valley anyway.
Something that the kids can relate to and sing easy, because they pick it up so easy.
Very, very easy.
So they can pick up a nice tagline by Denver Connection with, about eating bananas, eating healthy, being strong, getting like Darren Sammy, being the next, this high, our high jumper.
Right.
Laverne.
I agree.
I know, it's education, I think, is the key. Trying to just, suggest it to parents is not going to fly with them. The kids, if kids are demanding, parents want to please the kids, you don't take enough of them to, buy the apple. It's still a fruit.
Very true.
So, you have to start from the foundation, I would say.
I think so too.
Same thing with taking down the import bill and getting the hotels and them to use more local products. It starts from us educating our young chefs to go out there and come and become executive chefs.
I agree.
Because they're the ones that will be able to relate to somebody like me trying to tell them, look, stop using all the produce in the staff canteen and let's start putting it out on the plates in a nice gourmet fashion and bigging up our local products, mixing it with, gentlemen like him, his wines, and doing interesting things as opposed to just, letting expats make the decisions on what happens on our culinary plates.
Exactly. And we have enough.
Not knocking them or anything. If they do a fantastic job in running kitchens and whatnot, but I don't see why our young men and women can't grow up to be the ones being the executive chefs in the next generations to come.
I totally agree.
It should be. They're the one that understands the local produce. They're the one that's have the cultural background of what St. Lucia is all about, that can bring it forward on those plates for those guests to enjoy and experience and say, wow, we had a true experience of St. Lucia right at the hotel.
Correct.
There was this, there was that, there was, they could tell you about dashing, sweet potatoes, Christophine, this, fufu, cassava, whatever, and do variations of it with all the international ways.
Sure.
The soufflés, the polentas,
I agree. Vel, tell us about your expo. What are you bringing to the fore? I'm not asking you to tell us, give us a secret. at this juncture. But the use of the banana.
Okay.
This is what you're pushing.
Even before the banana, our fruits in St. Lucia, our people tend not to love the banana, like ripe banana, ripe mango. I believe we should change the pattern or the style of using our product. For instance, if you give a child an entire banana, the time it would take them to peel the banana, maybe we can cut the banana a certain length. Say you cut the ends of it. All you have to do is just peel the center part. It will make them enjoy a banana, because just a piece, not an entire banana. Like a mango, you don't give them a whole ripe mango that when they eat it dirty up the entire self. Maybe we could look at a half ripe mango. You know, if it's half ripe, when you're eating it, it will not dirty you up. So maybe we should change the style. Look at soursop. I mean, who would not enjoy a piece of soursop? Maybe we should mix a little slice of soursop, a little slice of banana, a little slice of mango. You know, all our different fruit. Put them together.
And
Exactly.
you know, as you mentioned that, you know what come to mind, and I have always query it. I go to workshops. And then for the brick, all of this thing is the foreign fruits. Not one local fruit in the plate.
A bowl of grapes and apples.
Apples. What happened to our mango? What happened to our banana?
Could you imagine?
Well, they're probably thinking you don't want to dirty yourself, slobbering it for mango now. But you can put a mango palwi like an apple.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I went to Cuba and guava. You would get guava so often. You would get the juice. You know, even for dessert, they'll give you a slice of guava. You know, and what is so bad about eating a slice of guava?
Exactly.
You know, I got so used to the ripe mango juice, not the green one. And it tastes good. I mean, you just have to add your different ingredients and make sure it comes out good. But we can use the mango to make our juice.
Exactly. So what you bringing to the expo?
For the expo, I'm bringing, like, it is well known that I'm a wine guy. So I must thank even Mr. David John.
You didn't bring a bottle of wine for us, sir?
Don't worry. He invited me to the expo they had at the Anglican school.
Right.
And it's like all along I have been doing Macaboo, plantain, wine. And I have never really got into banana. Don't ask me why, because it's like we don't talk about banana so much that not even the wine I was manufacturing.
Okay.
And from the time we talk about that expo over there, it's like I participated, and now I'm seeing, and even what the Prime Minister came up with.
Right.
Let's do something with the banana. I'm seeing, but of course, we tried the banana, already sampled it. Even last Saturday we had an activity. I brought the banana wine for sampling, and the feedback I got is like, where were you all the time? You wasn't preparing banana wine. I'm saying, figure our tourists coming down here, knowing banana was one of our main products. And what were we doing with the banana? Just cut the banana, cook the banana, and eat it green. That's all. And here's the chef telling you, I guess Friday people will be surprised when they see the kind of things that can be made out of our banana.
Definitely.
Yes.
And this is what I really wanted. And we are bringing the schools, the primary and secondary schools. And Robby, let me tell you, this is not easy, you know. And I will always say it again.
That's so true.
Let me tell you, we had
amazing.
I have said it before, and I'll say it again, because I was so pleased with that child from the hair school. We had a World Food Day activity on 2019 on the Sabbath VG, and the child did a sweet potato ice cream. And Robby, I mean, I tasted the thing and asked some people there with me. Everybody watched one another. It's like, what is this? You know. But the thing about it, Robby, where would she go? Is that a dead end for her? Is there any avenue that she can actually take it to the next level?
Yeah, she should be produce it and introduce it to all the hotels.
That's the point.
And get sign something saying that they wouldn't attempt to make it and coin it.
Well, the only thing I'm thinking now, because I think the government have this the youth economy. All right, I'm thinking here's an opportunity. Yeah. You understand? That child probably can bring this thing, patent it, and then start to produce it. I believe the kids are creative. We had a cassava competition among the schools. And if you saw, and the only thing I sadly we did not do was to have it recorded properly and document it into a recipe book.
Yeah, that's why when I used to do my television show, remember when I said Cook Food for Thought?
Yes.
I always every 2 episodes I'd always go get school kids to come and try something that they whoever won the competitions to come and do something on the show. Because they have some really, really out of the box thinking. Some of the dishes they do.
It's amazing.
And I go there and I see it. I'm like, wow, how come I didn't think of that? I'll teeth that. I'll teeth that. I'll teeth that.
Yeah.
So many interesting things they do. I mean, like they say, it takes 2 hands to clap. And when you see the thought pattern that goes into some of the creativity that they bring out, it's interesting.
I mean, for example, we'll be launching this recipe banana book. All right, with 60 recipes in it.
Okay.
And that's your chefs are featured in that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see this thing, man, I mean, hello, 60 recipes from bananas. And I'm sure we can do more.
And you can do another 60.
You can do another 60.
Easy, do another book.
You know. So we definitely need to get our act together. So Vel, we will see not only banana but a little macaboo wine, a little plantain wine too.
Because at one time banana was known as green gold.
Yes.
And after thinking about the whole green gold business, I decided, okay, I'm going to call the bananas the banana wine, well, the family, in fact, because we have the macaboo, we have the plantain, we have the guindi, and we have the banana.
Right.
So I'll call it the green gold, and then it will branch out with the different ingredients. You'll have the macaboo flavor, you'll get the banana flavor. This is where I figure I can expand.
Right.
But I will keep up, I'll stick up to the green gold.
Apart from the hotels?
Not really. Not really. No.
But have you won there?
Are you pushing it with them?
Yeah, before the whole COVID business.
You could only not sell it as a drinking wine, you could also sell it as a cooking wine.
Right.
So that they could use it in different dishes and different sauces and whatnot.
But I think
go that way.
I think now the hotels start coming in, But I think we
don't let them come in, go on them.
Okay. I think we should introduce our local products.
But I think we should be more aggressive.
Yes, in introducing it. Yes. Because I can recall going to one of the hotels. I saw they had the Latanier palm in the hotel as a palm. And I was introducing the wine to them. And they were not even too interested to say, okay, let me see what it tastes like.
Yeah. So maybe you need to have a tasting. Go, bring it to them.
The other thing you find, the other time with some of the hotels, it's like they would invite you. You get the guests to sample, and you getting good feedback from the guests. But some of the chefs now, who has to give the final word, would hold back. It's like, when I'm ready, I'll call you. And it's like, wow, watch who's holding back the entire thing.
I'm putting on a little event sometime soon, so I'll probably engage you to come and do something there, because the type of people that are probably going to be there will be some people who will be nice to introduce your wines to.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I think we have come to the end of the program. Because it's half an hour short.
Wow, that was
quick. But I'm sure there'll be more coming from you at the expo, Mr. Velinor, and of course, Robby will be there to do his live cooking demonstration. And he will be there with his chef, because Robby has taught a lot of people, the chefs, and they contribute to the recipe book. So you'll see them there on that day. So I want to thank you all for being here, gentlemen, and hope to see you all on Friday at the Banana Expo. Thank you for viewing the program, and remember, the expo is on the 6th Friday, starts at 10 o'clock and it ends at 6 o'clock. So please try and be there. You can purchase a recipe book, you can come in and view and purchase whatever that's being produced and sample at the same time. We will have a good time together on Friday the 6th at the Constitution Park, starting from 10 to 6. So see you there. I'm Philip Sidney saying goodbye.
all right.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.